All right, everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to basically cheat in Fight Night Champion. It's something that I did a couple years ago, and people seem to have a lot of questions. Of course, there were a lot of people that really still had no idea. So I'm going to show you basically how to do it from like a fresh install to everything. I'm sure you can hear in the background Fight Night Champion going off. See, here it is right here. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to get your cheat engine up. I think the most recent is 7.6, but I've done this on 7.6. I've done this on 7.5, 7.4, and so you should not really worry about what version, but try to get as close to 7.6 as you can. It's free. It's obviously not a cost, so it should be no issue. Next thing you want to do is you want to come over here to Process, Open Process, and click the one that says Vulkan. And then the next thing you want to do, so a couple things you want to do actually before you do that, is come to your settings. You want to go to scan settings. You want to make sure MEMMAP, otherwise you're going to get no controllable memory found. So if you uncheck this, it'll give you an issue. But you want to make sure all three of these are checked. And then you want to go to extra custom types and make sure the 4-byte Big Endian is checked as well. This is the formatting in which this game is written in the programming. So you want to make sure that you have that going for you as well. And once you got these two things checked, your 4-byte Big Endian and your scan settings to mem private, mem image, mem map, then you're ready to go. Then you'll come over here. I like to do unknown initial value. Instead of 4 bytes, we're going to go to 4-byte Big Endian. And the start and stop, this is where it gets pretty important. So we're going to do 332.000.000. Then we're going to do 333.000.000. And we'll do first scan. But before we do that, we want to change it to unknown value, first scan. Should give you something like this. Okay. Then what I like to do is instead of going to exact value, I go to unchanged value because we haven't done anything in the game yet. And so just to get a list of tables, I like to go there. Now you'll see it gives you a list of tables. And a lot of times it's going to be in 332D for Mike Tyson. But it's really going to depend on basically what your character format. What I've been able to find in this is depending on your boxer that you go with. So we'll create Mike Tyson. I didn't install any of the DLC at this point yet. Like I said, this is a fresh install. Nothing here is fresh, or everything here is fresh. We're going to start new legacy. Let me minimize this so you guys don't have to worry about seeing that. We'll minimize this. Come up here for this. Let me make sure it's still recording. Okay. All right, we're still good. Still good. Very good. All right. So I can probably tell you exactly which one this is. So if I go to 332D, it's 419687 or something. Anyway, I'll show you exactly how to get there. So I'm going to use Mike Tyson. Again, this is just for Mike Tyson. So if you have a creative boxer or if you're using anyone other than Mike Tyson, this likely will not work. But what you can do is utilize the process and method that I've done to achieve this. So he's blocked probably because I don't have the DLC. So we'll come here, Mike Tyson, start legacy mode. Okay, now pause. This is where it gets important, okay? So now that we've got our table up, we're on 4-byte Big Endian, unchanged value, okay? This is where it gets important. This is where you can really waste a lot of time trying to figure it out. So if you follow exactly what I'm doing, it should be no issue. So, whoops, hit that, cancel. for that. Okay, so now first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here because I've got 750 XP right here. So we're gonna come here. Now watch, pay attention. This is where it gets important. I'm going to apply changes and continue. And I'm going to import opponents. Yes. Now, you don't advance, you back out. So now you'll notice I went from 750 to 568. So now I'll come to Cheat Engine and I will put changed value. Next scan. Bam. So now it's given me basically 729,000 tables. And so what we'll do is we'll just do it again. We'll repeat the process. Try and go to the one that costs the least amount. So I'll come here. Again, apply changes, import opponents, and then back, circle, back. Now I got 397. Now I'll do another changed value, next scan. So now it's got 72,000. So it went from 4.1 million, 729,000 to 72,773. So now, if I scroll down, I mean, look, and now we'll just zoom it in a little more. We'll just do it a little bit more. Apply changes and continue. Import opponents. Back out. Now I've got 221. I'll do one more next scan. So now I've got 1,400. Okay. So now we can do it one more time. Let's do it one more time and see what happens. Remember, import, then back out. Back out. So now I'll next scan for change. I'm not doing anything other than change. I'm not doing smaller than value, anything. I'm just doing changed value. Next scan. Now I've got 381, and so you'll see it's pretty much driven it down, and it'll be pretty easy to find. So if I go to 332D, let's see if we can find 332D. Do we have any 332Ds? We've got one 332D. And like I said, it was 419 something. So now watch this. I'm going to change this. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to put a -1. -1 in binary or hexadecimal coding automatically reverts to the largest possible format. So we're going to make it active. Now we're going to proceed forward, apply changes and continue. Oh, my game just crashed. No, it didn't. Okay, import opponents. Come on, back out again. Now look how much XP I've got. 104,000. Oh no, that's 1,048,575. So now we'll just go and we'll put in, but you'll see here, now this is probably the next tutorial I'll give. I found a way to manipulate this as well, but it's not done in this screen. So we'll do the ones that are important to me are going to be, we'll undo those changes. Obviously we want left hook. Like head movement, blocking. I don't need a lot of combos. We need a good chin. I don't do a lot of body shots, so I'll usually just come here and do this. So now I have 225 out of 220. And so what I might do is I might just jab body. I don't jab the body at all. Okay. So I might just keep it there. Okay. Now keep in mind, we haven't even begun our first fight yet. So now I'll apply changes and continue. You have earned a bronze trophy. I don't even know. Can you feel the power? It might be because I have all these. Now we'll actually proceed forward. And we'll import the opponents. Just continue forward. I'll create my new legacy. As you see, it's a fresh legacy. Done. I haven't even done the fight yet, but I'm pretty much maxed out. And that's pretty much it. You see it's working perfectly here.
All right, keep busy out there.
A couple of things I want to change here. I like wide and I like stimulation.
Keep that head moving.
Oh. Get off me, boy. See now with this, the head movement, as long as he don't hit me in the body,
Let it go.
he's not going to be able to hit me really good. Come on.
In and out. In and out.
I think my difficulty is greatest of all time as well. Anyway, I don't like playing the tournament, so we're just going to skip that. It doesn't matter anyway. The only benefit you get is +3 in the ranking system. So instead of being 50, you're 47. Whoop-de-doo. Don't care about that. Okay. Okay, who cares? Okay, now you'll see that my XP is still 1,048,575. See, it's not going to change because I've left it checked on. Now, if I uncheck it, it'll go away. But as long as it stays checked, I'll never have that issue. So let's go and see boxer growth. So there's this. Let's see, do you have any boosts available? No, not yet. Not yet. But you see everything is maxed out. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions regarding this, don't hesitate to leave me comments. I don't mind helping out, but make sure the two most important things you need to make sure are that you've got big 4-byte endian active, okay? Your first scan is unknown initial value. So unknown initial value needs to be your first scan, okay? Your start and stop needs to be 332, 333, and it's nine decimal places. So 332 million, 333 million, and unknown initial value scan, okay? Then your next scan, I like to do this just for, so I get a list of tables, next scan. And that's going to give me 4 million. It's going to list them. So if I could do this without even coming all the way down. And again, I've done this enough to know that it's going to be in the 419. So it's going to be, this is likely right here, 4197304. You know, that's one of them. Anyway, 4197304 is usually the traditional 750 XP. If you want, I'll do a tutorial on how to get everything up to level 21 or level 30 or whatever it is. And it's just, I mean, you're completely OP. And so what I like to do in that situation is create a boxer and then make him a champion, import him as a champion. He's literally unbeatable. And it just gives a little bit more of a difficult setting to the game. I think my legacy is, let's see. I think I'm on greatest of all time as it is. Yeah, I am. And then, you know, when you get good at the game, and I'm not saying I'm the greatest or the best, but I've played it enough to where I know how to win. I'll still go undefeated on greatest of all time, 50-0, whatever. And so, like I said, I would basically manipulate the game to make a boxer, a custom boxer, maybe Ivan Drago or whatever, with literally maxed out skills. So instead of stopping at 220, like you saw when we did the XP. It'll literally give everything maxed out. And so there's easy ways to do that as well. All right, so if you guys have any questions, like I said, don't hesitate to put it in comments. I'll try to answer everything that I can. Try to be specific with your issue. I'm not a game programmer. I'm just a guy that spent many, many hours figuring this out. And I'll try my best to help out where I can. Just make sure to be precise in your issue so that I can research it and figure it out for you guys. All right, until next time, I'll see you guys later.